Alright. I'm gonna be frank here. Cause I don't trust any of you guys. You guys are politicians. Like again, I literally blatantly said that my moral system is Disney. Like I watch Star Wars. Every single politician in Star Wars is a liar, crazy, or a Jedi. And Jedis are crazy. So really it's only two things. But you really should have an open town hall about it, because that is part of the reason why you have so much crime. I forgot who I was talking to, but it was I remember exactly who I was talking to. It was my good friend Cameron. Me and Cameron went to SUNY Purchase together. Me and Cameron were having a conversation about how certain infrastructure is actually built literally for prison, because some infrastructures were literally prisons and not schools. But I don't know, I felt like in that conversation I remember that we were having conversations about how a safe community can only happen in group community spaces, because although good fences make good neighbors, the inability to communicate with others prevents you from understanding each other. And I felt like that was I know we and him were talking about it in college, but I don't know, man. I felt like I learned that at Catholic school. When I was my schooling was really my schooling. Yeah, it helped. I talk about my schooling, but I actually was in school for a really long time. I didn't leave school until I was 24. And I started school early, and I repeated a grade. So it's I was just in school for a really long time. I learned a lot of stuff. So maybe to compare my education to an average person education is kind of unfair, but at the same time, I could just quote YouTube. It's not that hard. And I really just quote YouTube because I was speaking directly to Cigar right now about this, because I was thinking about this, but do you guys not pay attention to the entire astrology presence on YouTube that will take up a good 30% of my time usage while I'm on YouTube, even if I don't like the videos, because a whole it's gypsy, I don't like to talk about gypsy culture, because I'm not entirely sure if that term is offensive or not, and B, whether it is or isn't offensive, I know that they just don't like to talk about their practices because they're literally prosecuted for being nomadic. So I don't want to but I can say that a really good analogous to that would be how black people read the stars, with Harriet Tubman and The Road to Freedom. She I can't remember the name of the route that they took, the Underground Railroad, but that name is a misnomer. The railroads were usually safe because it was safe for slaves, because it was unsafe for masters, if that makes any sense. It was just usually speaking, being near a train is a huge risk, but when these masters, the slave, well, not masters, but the slave catchers, they just have dogs, so it's you don't want to get bit by a dog, bro. That shit hurts. No one wants to be mauled by a dog. But they would read the stars, right? And then I grew up, and maybe this is just me actually paying attention to history class, but I grew up reading Greek mythology. When I say grew up, I mean I was in elementary school reading Greek mythology, I remember in like third grade, I would get in trouble because like I wouldn't pay attention in class. I just read the textbook. Like you know those kids who are like on YouTube who are like read the manga. Oh wait, who would know that? Geekdom 101 would know that. Geekdom 101 would know exactly what I'm talking about because he participates in that conversation all the time. But he's like, yo, just read the manga. Just read the manga. And then like well, somebody on his channel will say that always, like either for like Boruto or Dragon Ball. Although Dragon Ball, like, it's only until Dragon Ball Super that the manga is really different. And Boruto is, yo, honestly, everyone says Boruto is trash, but like, Boruto is not trash. The Boruto manga is trash. I know everyone wants to defend the manga and be like, this is what we wanted. That's not what we wanted. We didn't want that, okay? No one wanted that. What we wanted, what you gotta remember how Naruto started. Maybe this is, I'm not that old. Like, I'm 26. Naruto came out in 2003. That was me in third grade, so like, I'm not even that old. But I remember we had the comic books in my library. So I was reading that in addition to reading like Greek mythology, I guess, and like Batman comics and stuff. But like, you gotta remember that the dream was to be Hokage, right? Like, it was like, that was like, I know people were like, oh, like they're mad because Naruto's a dad. And I like the same thing with Gohan too. Like, this is something I don't get about the anime community. This has nothing to do with politics. This has everything to do with anime right now. Hold up. The one thing I don't understand about the anime community, I really just don't understand. And I just like trying to wrap my head around this. Is like why people hate. It's the same reason, but two different characters. Why people hate Gohan and Naruto for becoming dads, but they stand Vegeta and Sasuke. Like, I don't understand that, because it's like, okay, like, well, not Vegeta, because Vegeta's a good dad. Why don't they? Well, I mean, I feel like people stand Vegeta because Vegeta's an OG. Like, I mean, he was a dickhead, but like, at least he like grew out of being a dickhead. Goku definitely didn't grow out of being a dickhead though. Like, he kind of just like he's acting like the one thing the reason why Dragon Ball Super is hard to watch, in addition to the reason why like why Boruto is kind of hard to watch, is like it's because of Goku and Sasuke. It's because of Goku and Sasuke. It's purely because of Goku and Sasuke, bro. On Sasuke's end, right? Like, he just like is bad at everything. Like, he's even bad at being a ninja, right? Because like, you could be like, oh, he's really out here in these streets patrolling, and you can say that, right? But let's look at where he's at right now in the manga. He got his eyes. He had one good arm. Now he doesn't even have two good eyes anymore. Now he got one good eye, and it was his best eye. It wasn't like, was it the renegade eye that he got like stabbed out of? So it's like he got his best eye taken out. He got his daughter like out here just like fighting people who are like, I don't know what this dude was doing. Deppa, like, I don't understand, but like Deppa is just way too strong. But like, he got one arm, and it's not like he even like couldn't have two arms, right? Like, it's not even like one way in which he can have two arms. Like, he could genjutsu himself an arm. We see so often that Sasuke's genjutsu is literally just like god tier. It's like, oh, if he makes a genjutsu, it basically is real to like everyone at all times except for like Naruto and like people who are stronger than Naruto, which aren't even that, like, even still in the people are like, oh, Naruto's nerfed because he got beat by a Kara member. Well, that's by a Kara member, but by a Otsutsuki. But it's like, I mean, Naruto could never body an Otsutsuki. Like, if anything, he is stronger now because he bodied one. Like, if like, this is like the whole, like, I don't understand, like, what happened to these fans of Naruto, these AKA these so fans of Naruto, like, talking about power scaling? Like, what power scaling are you what power scaling are you talking about? Because the power scaling what I'm talking about, Naruto couldn't take out Otsutsuki, right? He couldn't take out the Ten Tails. He had Sasuke, Naruto, It was Sasuke, Naruto. Wait, I'm gonna go on a rant about Goku later, but I'm about to get into this whole triad between Naruto and Sasuke, and Boruto for that matter. But like, so you got you're gonna start from Naruto, right? Naruto before Shippuden, when he's still a Genin, he's like, yo, first manga, book end, I want to be Hokage. Okay, that's what this story's about. This kid said he wants to be Hokage, and like the entire X-Play. Everyone who watched TV knows X-Play, bro. X-Play was out there. Adam Sessler, and I forgot the girl's name. She reminds me of Crystal though. She looks like Crystal, but I feel bad. I forgot her name now. But and it was like a whole cast of characters. It was a whole season, But X-Play was even out here bragging on Naruto. Yo, what does he want to do? I want to be Hokage, believe it. And he becomes Hokage. And the first thing everyone starts doing is just ragging on his entire life, bro. Even not just the fans, right? Not even just his kid, right? But like, how many insurrections has this man fought through in the anime, bro? How many? Bandits? How many bandits is he trying to take out his kids, bro? He got bandits, he got robots, because that chick is a robot. He got, I guess Deppa's a robot, or I think he's a fabrication. That's my understanding of what happened. He was like the perfected fabrication that they were trying to make with the Mitsuki arc. You got mud monsters. You got white Zetsu. You still have, like, even Sasuke. I mean, okay, I'll give Sasuke credit that he wiped out the white Zetsus, but I also give Sasuke no credit because he left that shit without a barrier, which we know he can use every jutsu, bro. He has the Rinnegan. We know he can use every jutsu. Every character is like, yeah, he can use every jutsu. When Kakashi had the Sharingan, everyone was like, yeah, he can use every jutsu. You mean to tell me this man can't make a barrier to keep kids out? You really? Like, he was there. We know he was there. His fire was there. He didn't finish the job because he has one arm. Like, I like Sasuke, but this nigga got one arm, and he could have two arms, right? Like, healthcare is a thing in the Hidden Leaf Village. It's crazy how it's like, Naruto got an arm, and then like, immediately, they were like, yo, Sasuke, you want an arm? And Sasuke was like, nah, fuck that. I don't need no medicine. Now this nigga don't got an eye. Like, if he had an arm, he could have blocked his fucking eye. You see? And he could have had an arm. And right? Between the two of them, between Naruto and Sasuke is the paranoid one. He's the one who's literally out here like, yo, we gotta be ready to fight. We gotta be ready to fight. Granted, Naruto don't train, and everyone keep telling him he don't train. Evidence to the fact that he got a new superpower, right? He said he's been training, but everyone knows he hasn't been training. And he admits he hasn't been training, which means he's objectively stronger, learned the power without anyone knowing. Because he just like, the new super form, everyone's like, oh, he's gonna die. Masters it. Thank you, writer. Mastering other tricks, he's mastering other tricks. He fooled the entire population, bro. There was no death. Naruto's just stronger. This is another thing, right? Naruto isn't fucking up. Like, yeah, everyone thinks he's not training, but he's training enough where he can get stronger. His kid is completing. His kid's not dead, which is honestly impressive because Boruto is every bit of Naruto's kid. And then also his kid got a girlfriend. Like, how bad are things really? How bad are things really? Sasuke got no arm, got no eye. His wife only want to fuck, but he's never around. And his daughter only ever want to hang out and do ninja stuff with his ninja dad. And like, she don't want to do that. So it's like, who really, like, yeah, Sasuke's a good teacher to Boruto because Boruto's a little kid and kind of a fuck up, but like, but Sasuke, who is Sasuke's teacher? Like, you can even say that Naruto has a teacher in the Nine-Tailed Fox because, like, that's a whole, like, separate soul that has been around since the, like, age of chakra. So and he regularly gives him advice when he is struggling, like a dad would. Like his dad sealed the QB beast to be inside of him to be, you know. So like he always had a parental figure, and then he just like Jiraiya's back, which is like, I mean, I'm surprised he's a clone and not just Jiraiya. But I'm not surprised that, like, genetically speaking, he's just Jiraiya, because I totally expect him to perform the Edo Tensei on himself to reincarnate into true Jiraiya. But maybe that's just me being a conspiracy theorist. But I feel like it makes total sense, right? Like, especially when you think about the nature of chakra and you think about the concentration of chakra that's occurring because of the, like, fruit that happened last time. Because, like, all of Boruto's generation, except for Boruto, ironically, has like a lot of chakra. Boruto has relatively less chakra compared to like the rest of his family. Well, actually, I can't even say he doesn't have a lot of chakra, because he did make a lot of water when he made that water jutsu, and he can just like throw Rasengans back to back, which is not like the simplest thing to do. Granted, Naruto could also just do that shit and do it better, but you know, Naruto's kind of a freak of nature, bro. Like, and then with Sasuke, like, I don't know. I feel like he just needs to be like, I just need to know what he's doing, bro. I just need to know what he's doing, because everyone went in talking shit about my main man, because this is why I stand Boruto too. I stand Boruto not because I think everything Boruto did is right, or because I don't think he's annoying. Because I think he's every bit as annoying as his dad, but because his dad clearly taught him something. And also because, like, Boruto's life was living my life. Like, I did not, like, grow up in these streets, like, you know, shooting people or throwing kunai at people for a living. Like, I just, like, I really do walk dogs and just play video games. Like, I really do that. That's really just, like, I have handhelds. The Nintendo DS, the Ninja Scroll, it's similar. It's really similar. McDonald's. I was just at Wendy's. I mean, Thunder Burger, but I eat Wendy's and like McDonald's and stuff. So it's like, I prefer Wendy's. I think Wendy's fries are better than McDonald's. But I mean, that's just my personal opinion. They have like different strengths and balances. Basically, I feel like the Wendy's, like the bacon is really good at Wendy's. And then, what else? I'm trying to think. What else was I watching? What else was I ranting about? Oh, Gohan. All right. This now leads me to Gohan. So we have established that Naruto didn't really fuck up. He accomplished his vision, and now it's really Boruto that be fucking up. Like Naruto, like Boruto claims that Naruto's be fucking up, and like, I mean, the Chunin exams was a huge shit show, but I still kind of blame Sasuke, right? Because it's like, okay, and from like, just from a military strategy, right? Like, because you got to think about it. Like, Naruto is the Hokage. Like, he's not, and you also see him like spread his influence out through his village very strongly. Like, he uses the Shadow Clone Jutsu, which lets him copy himself, and he can make 1,000 copies, and it's like a range versus like how should I put this? It's like a circumference range versus a like linear range, right? So like he only has so much energy, which is still a freaking nature amount of energy, but he can like have one person signaled, like he can clone himself and go really far away, or he can clone a lot of himself and like cover the entire town, which is what he does. So obviously he has security on point. You see episodes where like Ino has security on point, even though like you watch her like spotlight episode is like when her kid is trying to learn the jutsu. The corpse is established to have been up before the Chunin, right? Sai is established to be on an Anbu team before the Chunin exam, and after the Chunin exam, you know, he has his own squad. Naruto doesn't have his own squad, but again, he's the Hokage, so he's everyone's squad. Like, everyone is reporting to him all the time, so he doesn't really have time to like have his own squad. And then, but also like it's because he's like everyone's support. Sakura is like just training people to be medical ninja. Medical ninja who would, you know, just logically speaking, by learning from somebody who learns how to make arms, could make Sasuke's fucking arm. Like, it doesn't even, like, there are like at least 2 people who can make Sasuke an arm using Hashirama cells, and Sasuke just walks him out like, nah nigga, I'm good, I'm just good. And he's not good. He doesn't even have an eye right now, bro. Like, he has one eye and one arm, but we're supposed to expect that he's making good decisions, right? That is Sasuke's path, and he gets backdoored, right? Now look at Gohan's path for why he gets backdoored. Gohan went from being kidnapped at the age of 5 by some dude who he like wants to kill his dad, like, who literally was like in a fight. Yo, it was a 3-way grudge match, blood feud. 3-way grudge match, literal blood feud between the 3 of them that ended with one person alive. And that one person was like, when he shot his gun, when he shot his special beam cannon, he was like, yo, you know you're gonna die, right? And Goku was like, I'm down for this. This is okay. That's on Goku. That's Goku. Let's not talk about Goku. But Goku was like, I'm down for this. That's okay. And Raditz was like, nah, bro. And Piccolo was like, all right, I'm good with this. Beam. And then everything is out. I'm like, okay. Then he kidnaps this dude's kid. And then Gohan then just literally throws him to a dinosaur. Literally is like, oh, I'm stealing this kid from everyone. Everyone was like, no, you can't do that. No. And he's like, yeah, but I mean, I was 2nd place of the tournament, and I just killed the 2 strongest people above me in one blow. So like, fuck you guys. I'm taking this kid. Takes this kid. Then literally is like, oh, I'm done with you, kid. Throws the kid to the literal dinosaur. Kid's like, nah. Takes everything out. Takes out. Doesn't kill the dinosaur, but eats the dinosaur tail. Survives in the original like Dragon Ball Z broadcast before Dragon Ball Kai. There was like a whole, I don't know if it's in Kai or not because I haven't really watched Kai, but there was like a whole mini arc where he met these kids, took care of these kids. Then Piccolo comes back and is like, all right, listen up, kid, you got spunk. Also, turns out that the kid that Piccolo kidnapped is also older than him by like 4 or 5 years, because Piccolo's only like a year old. Oh no, it's like Piccolo's only like a year or 2 older than Gohan, turns out. Because like Piccolo was not more than 10 years older than Gohan. That's actually a fact. Like, he just grew into an adult immediately. And then, so now they're best friends, I guess. I mean, Piccolo literally dies for this little kid. So like, they're best friends now, right? But, he died for this kid. Then it's like, okay, then he gets transported to a completely different world. His dad is not dead, but is not around, right? Because Goku is just, Goku's not dead, but like, he's literally hospitalized or near dead or in a coma from like, oh no, he's dead. He's literally dead. He comes back, gets put into a coma, so he's effectively dead. Then Gohan gets shipped to another planet with Goku's little friend. And then, then Gohan gets caught up in a war, right? It's like, yo, I'm just going here to get these Dragon Balls, to wish back my friend who died for my sake. That's all I'm trying to do. He gets there, he finds a racist, and he's now literally, He finds not just a race, like, you know, racists exist, bro. There are different types of races. Racism comes in different forms, right? Racism inherently benefits like a minority amount of people over the majority. Even in the same, like, I mean, and by that, like, and it's like, I don't know how to explain racism beyond that, but beyond that, he finds the specific racist to his race, right? It's like Gohan, the Super Saiyan, finds I don't know what Frieza's race is called, but like finds the Frieza, the cold, the ice water thing, animal person, insectoid humanoid, right? Like, he finds that person that is specifically racist to his race in the middle of a war that he had literally no intention of or understanding of knowing to be able to find, right? It's like, oh yeah, I'm just like in a war, and this racist over here specifically hates me and my guts and my entire family over, and killed my grandpa, and I don't even know him. Like, I don't even know this guy. Then he gets out of that, right? After like more people die, but more people come back. But eventually everything works out, right? Eventually everything works out, and then 2 human androids destroy his entire city. Everyone dies and comes back again. Then he gets 7 years of peace with his dad dead. He gets a brother. And then, Boo, we're just gonna skip Boo, okay? Listen, Gohan fucked up with Boo, okay? He ruined, that is where he single-handedly ruined his greatest triumph. That and the Frieza arc, when he met the racist again. But we're not gonna talk about that either. Actually, we're just not gonna talk about Gohan until the Tournament of Power, where, we see him training after he got his ass beat for 2 arcs in a row. He's like putting in his fight with Piccolo. He's still getting his ass beat. He's still weaker, he's still 4th place at best, because he comes in at 4th place. But Goku comes in at 2nd place. So, oh no, he comes in at 5th place. He's like 5th place. So yeah, he's like, he's half. He's as strong as a Super Saiyan's gonna get. But he's not a Super Saiyan. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, he's not a Super Saiyan. Like, he's not, like, he went Super Saiyan in the preliminary match, but didn't go Super Saiyan. Yeah, Tournament of Power. I know it's supposed to be the power awakened, but I just felt like what that meant is that he had God Ki. I always just that's always what it that's always how I interpreted it from the beginning, because even when Goku became a Super Saiyan God, he didn't go Super Saiyan. And then, there was a whole thing about how he kept his aura, of being, his God Ki in normal base form. So I always thought that's what, Gohan's mystic form was. I always thought that Gohan, this is why everyone says Gohan has unlimited potential, because it's, it is, as weird as it sounds, right? And, you gotta think about this. As weird as it sounds, everything that Goku does is stated to be weaker than how strong Gohan is in Buu, and that's consistently stated throughout all of Super, until Goku becomes Ultra Instinct, or not even Ultra Instinct, but Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken is the only thing that could beat Gohan, because when they fought, he had to go to Super Saiyan, he had to go Super Saiyan Kaioken Blue to beat Gohan. That was all, Gohan was fighting, bro. He was scrapping. He was scrapping to the point where T-Head and Piccolo was yo, can we stop? This shit hurts. We were just trying to train. Now you guys out here destroying the entire planet all over again, you fucking Saiyans do. That's just, that's just what they do. And even Master Roshi was yo, you trying to watch this fight, though? And they were all yeah, we trying to watch this fight, though. We definitely trying to watch this fight, though. And hands were thrown, man. Father and son, hands were thrown. God powers awakened, and he could only go to Super Saiyan Kaioken. But then Jiren came, and it was Ultra Instinct. And you gotta think, how the fuck did Gohan fight a God level Goku if he wasn't already God level? but all he does is get shit on. Also, you gotta think, right? Another thing that like people don't just like people always say Gohan's mad weak during the Frieza arc, and he couldn't unlock his superpower. I mean, his like the Mystic form, but he did unlock the Mystic form, and it's like blatantly said by Whis multiple times that like no mere human can just handle God Ki. It's really weird that you can just handle God Ki, Goku. He said, like everyone says that, and then no one says that to Vegeta, but like Vegeta just gets a pass for whatever Goku does because Vegeta's not like dumb. He's just like he just follows an idiot. Like I mean I guess he's dumb. He follows an idiot, but like he's not the dumb one. So he never gets questioned for why he's as strong as he's strong. But like think about it. Vegeta is as strong as Goku, and Goku every time Goku does some shit, everyone's like, yo, Goku, why can't you do this shit? Goku, why can't you use God Ki? Goku, why aren't you dead from God Ki? Even in the Tournament of Power, everyone's like, yo, Goku, why can't you use God Ki? And then it's like Goku's like, yo, I can't catch on to energy when I'm on the God Ki planet of Beerus World unless I'm interacting with another God Ki person, right? That's why he needs like Whis to teleport to Earth and then teleport him back to Beerus World. It's not because he can't teleport that distance, it's because there's no energy source strong enough for him to transmute himself there, right? But Gohan made that energy source. So how weak was Gohan? Because we know that Frieza went in there with like on Super Saiyan Gold mode. So like, yeah, he had God Ki, but like Gohan had God Ki on base form, and Goku had to pull out Super Saiyan Blue to fight Frieza Gold form. So it was never expected that if Gohan could beat Frieza, what the fuck has been going on the entire franchise? Like that doesn't make any sense. But so it made sense that he would get washed. And it makes sense that his unlimited potential would just awaken and allow him to manifest mystic energy, even though it burnt him out. But like Goku don't know how to train. This is why he needs Oob, because Oob needs to like tame this kid. And then I feel like he gets shit because he's still strong, right? Especially at the end of the Tournament of Power, he's still stronger than most people on the planet. Like it's really only like God level beings that are stronger than him. To be fair, he had to fight a lot of those things, but like it's really only God level beings. He saves West City as Great Saiyan Man, and he was scrapping with his dad in Super Saiyan form. So clearly he knows how to use Super Saiyan form. I don't know why he gets so much shit. Basically, I really don't. I don't understand. I don't understand why Boruto and Gohan are just the next generation, bro. They're just the next generation, and like no one wants to deal with the next generation. Even though they made us.